season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
Down to the 10.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Turner.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Williams.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
From the gun, here's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw, Williams. Throw left side complete. That's Turner. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Turner. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air, Williams. Touchdown! From 8 yards out, and the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's pulled in by Brooks. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Williams to the air on second down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Williams with a little touch pass forward. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On first down, Turner, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
To throw, it's Williams.
Over the middle, complete. That's Turner. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Williams.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Once more, it's Pacheco.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 76 yards.
And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. Down to the 10. Touchdown Bears. Deebo Samuel, 73 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Pacheco once again.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 26. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. The slot man in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They run here with Hood. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Back to throw. Williams. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Turner. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 4th down, here's Williams.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
To the air once more, Williams.
Steps away to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Caleb Williams.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They run again with Hood. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Looking to throw. Williams.
A pass complete to Odunze.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Williams going to look to throw again.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Turner.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it?
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Flushed out right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. This is Hood on the ground, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Throwing on 2nd down is Williams. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little...